Hi, it's Pastor Paul L. Anderson here at the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, where we believe God's blessings never stop flowing. It is Terrific Tuesday. It is that day that we find ourselves saying, God, I thank you for being so terrific in all of our lives and the wonderful ways in which you move. We thank God who has kept us in the midst of all the many challenges that we've seen in our contemporary times, but he gives us faith not only for the moment, but also for the days ahead. Today, I want to invite you to look with me into that little small epistle, that little small letter, James, the 5th chapter, verses 1 through 6. In this passage, we hear a warning to the rich. It's a warning that all of us must understand. He begins to tell us, look here, you have rich people, those who find themselves having all those things that they wanted to have, but they have the troubles that are ahead of them. Wealth is rotting away. Your fine clothes are moth-eating. Your gold and your silver has corroded. Your very wealth you find yourself thinking you're enjoying, it is really vanishing away. He begins to remind us that the things that we think are so precious down here, all of these things will wear out. It is important for us to put wealth and riches in its proper place. He says, listen, you hear the workers in the field, they're crying out because we have been cheated in our pay. That begins to remind all of us that those who are wealthy, you cannot take advantage of those who are the everyday common workers, not paying them a fair wage, not giving them affordable living. But the cries of not only those who are in the field will be our quote unquote persecution, but also it will make its way up to heaven. And God's heaven's armies will now take the battle, and the battle will be against those who have taken advantage of the less fortunate. We must remind ourselves that when we spend our lives living in luxury, taking away from people, that the Bible reminds us we will reap what we sow. It is important for all of us to treat people with fairness and with equity and with justice. When we don't, we are now setting a trap for ourselves. We're finding ourselves that we will reap what we sow. We will find out that whatever things we think we have earned and accumulated down here, it will all rust. It will corrode. But there's one thing that will never corrode, that will never rust, and that is our wealth in heaven. This becomes a word of warning to all of us, not to put too much value on our riches, but to put the greatest value on our spirituality, our relationship with Christ, and the way we treat our fellow brothers and our sisters. Let's all do our best to do the best. Let's make sure that we treat people with fairness and with equity. As Jesus warned those, and as the letter comes to James, it's a letter that's written to all of us. Let's not defraud anybody. Let's not take advantage of anybody. But always remember, we're going to reap what we sow. So let's sow into the kingdom. Let's give our tithes and our offering to God. Let's give to those nonprofit agencies. Let's give to those non-government organizations that are helping people to do their best. Let's build homes. Let's build lives. Let's build community. Let's build a future that all of us can enjoy, and that everybody will be able to say that I'm exceedingly and abundantly blessed because God has great blessings in store for us all in this year of 2022. I'll look forward to seeing you on tomorrow.
To sow a seed to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, visit our newly redesigned website, thefountainofraleigh.org, and select Sow a Seed from the homepage. Also, giving has been made easier with the new Fountain of Raleigh app, available now in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. Download today, select Giving from the main menu, and then follow the directions to complete your giving through Subsplash.
Thank you so very much for all of your gifts and donations that you've given to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship. We thank you for what you've done in the past, what you're currently doing, and what you will do in the future. Your gifts and donations helps us to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ, not only locally, but throughout the world. Thank you again for your gifts, and may God continue to richly bless you. It is here at the Fountain that we believe that we are exceedingly and abundantly blessed, and may you receive those blessings that God has in store for you.